Hey everybody, Tina Hogan Grant here with my Cuppa and a Natter. But this is a new kind of chat. What I'm doing is I am talking to readers. And today I have Virgie Lane joining me from my group, Read More Books. Hey Virgie, how are you?
Hey, I'm wonderful. How's everybody out there?
So hopefully they're doing good. They're going to come on and see us soon. But I'm excited to talk to you. I feel like I already know you because...
I do too, from all the comments and stuff.
All the comments, and I remember first talking to you when Reckless Beginnings first came out.
Yes.
You told me how much you enjoyed it, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. But you said that you could connect with the book, and
yes,
you joined the group right away. You are like one of the founders of the group, along with myself. You've been there since day one, I think, in the group.
I don't know when I joined, to be
pretty
honest.
Early, but pretty early. So I feel like I know you. We go back and forth in comments. You seem to always be there when I do takeovers, which I really, really appreciate. I appreciate the support you give. So I'm excited to be chatting with you today. I'm going to read off a few names of people that are here that I'm sure you know through the group. B. Followhill is here.
Yes.
Beth Molan. Hollywood from High Society Book Club. And Barbara J. Miller is here. They're all saying hi. How are you doing? So, Virgie, you are in West Virginia?
No, Virginia.
Oh, okay, Virginia. I think I always say West Virginia, don't
I? But it's Virginia.
It's Virginia. How long have you been there?
We moved to Virginia in 1989 from Washington, D.C.
So you've been there a long time. And I know from your comments that you watch your grandkids. You have hands full with grandkids.
All four of them every day, at least Monday through Friday, which is awesome.
I think it's great. I mean, you've got to be one of the best grandmas out there.
Well, the youngest one, which he's almost 6, he'll be 6 in July. I've had him since he was 7 weeks old.
Wow. 5 days a week.
2 weeks before my daughter went back to work, and she had him scheduled at daycare, and I said, no, leave him with me.
Yeah, leave him with grandma. So it's nice that your grandkids are close by too.
Well, all my children and grandchildren are.
They're all close by.
Yes, within, I'd say 5 to 7 miles of each other.
Oh, you must have some great family get-togethers.
We do.
Yeah.
We celebrate all the birthdays together, all the holidays together. You know, we're just.
I love it.
Each other, and it's wonderful.
Now, are you usually the host of the family get-togethers, or do you kind of divide it around?
No. You know, it's my two daughters will say, "Hey, Mom, let's get together for this," or "Let's get together for that," and it's on.
It's on. I love that you're all so close. See, my family's scattered everywhere, and you know that from reading my books, and we're still all scattered everywhere. I have a sister in England. My mom and dad passed away, and then another sister in Colorado, and then I'm here, and we're all over the place, so we rarely get together. So I envy families like yours that are so close-knit and so close in touch.
Yeah. I love the closeness that we have.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. Sherry Brown is here, and she says, yay, Grandma.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if I pronounced your names wrong. Marcy Jo Nelson. She watches her 5 grandkids 5 days a week, too. She's in the group. How hot is in Virginia today? I'm sure you're having the heat wave like we are.
Today was, the last time I checked was 90.
90, and I was telling you before we went live, it's 94 here. And we don't normally get a heat like that. So for me, it's just driving me nuts. I just can't handle it.
I'm usually inside with the AC going.
Wow. Now, like I said, you first came across me from reading Reckless Beginnings, this is the old book, Reckless Beginnings. That's the one that introduced you to me, and you've read Better Endings and you've read the reunions. You've read the entire trilogy.
Oh, yes, I have.
Do you have I'm curious, just from an author's point of view, do you have a favorite out of the 3?
Just no, because I loved all 3 of them. I mean, I
Okay.
could, after I finished Reckless Beginnings, I couldn't wait to get my hands on the next one.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. And what genre do you normally read? These are like, I guess, women's fiction based on true events. Is that kind of the genre you stick in, or you really don't have?
No, I read a lot of different genres.
You read a lot. It depends on
Yeah,
your.
I read romance, thriller, mystery, suspense. I read just about anything. I can't cater too much to sci-fi.
Okay, that's a hard one to get. I mean, my dad was a sci-fi writer. He wrote like 30 books, but half of them I have not read because he deals in physics and artificial intelligence, and for me, it's like, whoo,
Yeah,
it's over my head, over my
I've
head.
tried, and I just can't get interested in them. And I
Yeah,
said, no, there's way too many books out there.
yeah. Get the ones you like. What are you reading right now? What's you reading?
I'm reading an old one by Jodie Thomas.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Sunrise Crossing. I've not heard of that one. Okay. And when do you find time to read?
Well, I'm an early bird.
Okay.
I get up between 5:30 and 6 o'clock every morning, and that's from all the years of working.
Right.
And I usually spend those first 2 hours before any of the kids come, sitting on the front porch with my cup of coffee and my book, just reading. And then, during the day, I'll catch, bits and pieces here and there where I read. And then I'll read, 3 or 4 hours in the evening before I turn in at 11 or 12 o'clock at night.
So you get your reading days in, and do you do the Goodreads goal? Do you set a goal every year for book reading?
Yes, I do. Mine's last year was set at 200, and I read 204.
Wow.
And this one that I'm reading now will be number 121.
And we're 6 months into the year, so you're pretty much on track.
Yep.
Very cool.
I always try to read.
The goal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I always try to read several more than what I did the previous year.
That's impressive. I wish I had more time to read. I do miss, before I started writing, I read a lot. Like you, I read every single day in the morning and at night. Now for me, it's do I read or do I write? And writing always wins. So the only time I get to write is if I go take a bath. I mean, read. Go take a bath and I'll read. I'll read back then. But I wish I had more time to read. We got quite a few people here. Do you have some favorite authors? What authors do you enjoy reading?
Well, Stephen King. I've read every book he's written.
Wow, horror.
Dean Koontz. Brenda Novak.
I like her.
Awesome. Awesome. I've read every book that she's written. I love your books.
Thank you.
I finished Slater last.
Oh, you read Slater?
Yeah.
Okay. A little steamy, huh?
Yes. It was different from this old woman, I'm telling you. But I did enjoy it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And I like Susan Mallory.
You have quite a few favorites. You have quite a few favorites.
Oh, I do.
Do you read any nonfiction at all, ever? Or basically fiction?
Yes, I have. And historicals.
Okay.
I really love historicals.
Me too. I love it. Any kind of era? Any era of historical?
Usually the Victorian era. I love that era.
Okay.
And I read a lot of Indian heritage books.
I might like that. I've never read any.
Because I am Indian. So
that makes sense.
And I don't know. I have a fascination and I just go and read them.
Wow. I mean, when I read historical, I love World War II.
Yes, I've read a lot of the World War II.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Someone had a question for you here. Oh, here it is. Sherry Brown, have you met any of the authors whose books you have read?
Yes, I have. I had the privilege to meet Brenda Novak a couple years ago In fact, I met her twice.
Nice.
Once in Cincinnati, Ohio, and then again in Richmond, Virginia.
Nice.
The first time I met her was a surprise. I had no earthly idea. I had talked about her. And my oldest daughter, for my birthday that year in September, she said, Mom, I'm just going to take you on a trip for your birthday. And we just kept riding and riding and riding. It was like a 6-hour drive. And I said, where are we going, please?
6 hours?
So in Cincinnati, Ohio, she stopped and she said, we're going to spend the night here, Mama. And I said, thank God. I said, I don't know how many more hours I can ride. I said, how much further we got to go? She said, don't worry about it. So we got up the next morning and we had breakfast, the continental breakfast. And then we went to this picnic shelter thing. And Brenda Novak was there. It was like a potluck get together. There was probably, I'd say better than 150 of her readers and followers there.
That's fantastic. What a nice surprise.
It was awesome.
Wow. Was that Michelle? Your daughter?
No, Katie.
Okay. Michelle's your daughter, right, too?
Well, Scarlett.
Okay. Okay, Scarlett. Okay.
Katie and Scarlett.
What a great surprise. You must have been floored.
I was. And then when we found out that she was coming to Richmond, Katie said, Mama, you want to go? And I said, honey, I don't know. I said, you think we can swing it with the kids and stuff? And she said, oh, I can arrange a babysitter for them. And I said, let's go for it.
Let's go. Wow.
We were coming back and the air conditioning went out on the car.
Oh, no.
Telling you, the heat was tremendous.
Oh, no.
It was like 113 degrees.
Oh, I would have died.
I thought I would die.
Oh, wow. How long did you have to sit in the car with no air conditioning?
Well, we were traveling, so we were able to roll the windows down and, get air, but the inside car registered 113. And I said, we'll die before we get home.
Oh, my God. Wow. Okay, here's a question for you from Sherry Evans Barone. Any good books you can give advice to read, Virgie? What books are you recommending?
Anything by Brenda Novak. You can't go wrong because she's excellent. Tina's books. I've read the Tammy series and I've read Slater. Excellent books.
Thanks, Virgie. Appreciate that.
Jody Thomas, I love her books.
I don't think I've read her, but I'm going to look her up. I like that cover of the book.
She's an excellent author.
Mm-hmm.
I just got into her, I'd say maybe a year or so ago. Somebody recommended her to me. And another one that I do a lot of reading of is Kay Hooper.
There's another one I don't know. There's so many authors out there. What kind of genre does she write?
It's kind of like murder mysteries.
Okay, I love those.
Suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Kat Martin, the same. She does the suspense mysteries. They're all excellent.
I'm gonna have to look some of these up. I do like. In fact, Jennifer had her in Tatter Page. Lisa Jackson.
Yes, I love her books.
I love her books, and I've not read her books in a while. I need to catch up. I mean, some of these authors kick out books faster than I can read them.
Well, my kids call me a hoarder because during the spring and summer, I will go to yard sales, and every week I hit the Goodwills and I stash books because when the winter months come,
you need books to read. Yeah, and you're like me. You like paperback. You don't read on a Kindle, correct?
No, I have tried it, and on my phone and stuff, I just cannot.
Yeah, I tried it. For me, I have to physically turn a page. That's my problem.
Right.
And if I wave my hand over a Kindle, it starts doing stuff. It's like, I don't know. Or if I just tap it, it goes to a place that, I don't know. I get lost on the Kindle too quick. I just cannot manage a Kindle.
I've tried several times, and
It's not the
not my
same.
cup of tea.
No, it's just not the same.
No.
Other than reading, and when you have time, when you're not with your grandkids, what other hobbies do you have, or what do you like to do? Anything?
I make jewelry.
That's right, you do.
I crochet. I do a lot of crafting. I have. Katie says I have the ability. If I see something, I can make it.
That's a great talent.
So, I go to craft shows. In fact, last of July, we have a big Chautauqua event that happens here. Well, it didn't through the pandemic, but it's back this year, and they have a huge craft show.
That sounds like fun.
So I'm going to check that out on Saturday and Sunday and see what new ideas I can come up with, because my granddaughter, she's 11, and she loves crafting with me.
That is great. So when you watch your kids, you sit down with them and you do crafts with them too.
Yeah,
all the time.
Mm-hmm. I play games with them.
It's better than having them on a tablet.
We have board games,
That's what I try to do with my
Monopoly.
There you go. Because I can't stand it when I see kids on tablets for hours at a time.
No, we make slime. I mean,
I never understood slime. What is the fascination with kids and slime? I never get it.
I do not know, but the 4 here, even the littlest one, they love making slime.
And they make all different colors, different scents. And and then what do? They just play with it. They just play with it. That's it. But I see it on, with the SD,
yes,
that craft show or website, and it's all over the place up there, and the kids love it. But I've seen some with glitter, and all kinds of stuff in it. But I guess it's still around because I saw it a couple of years ago.
These 4 here, they love making it.
Is it messy when you make it?
Not really, because I tell them, because they'll say, Nana, can we make slime? And I say, yeah, go ahead. But you know the rule. Got to get all the stuff out. You've got to put it back where it belongs, and you've got to clean up your mess.
You're teaching them well.
So, hey, it works.
Wow. I saw another question for you here. Hold on 1 second. Where was it? Oh, here we go. This says Facebook user. So she's in the group, but she didn't click on the blue link. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. But if you see the blue link above the video, it's going to ask you permission for me to see your name because you're in a private group. This person is asking, how many books do you usually have going at one time?
One at a time.
One book at a time.
I want to thoroughly enjoy that book before I move on to something else.
Oh, that's like me. I've tried reading. I've tried having one book in my car, one book in my purse, another book at home, and I get confused with the characters, the plot, and everything. I'm just mixing them all together.
No, that one book travels with me wherever I go.
Wherever you go, you take it. How long did it normally take you to read a book?
1 to 2 days.
Okay, that's not bad. Have you ever binge read a book from beginning to end?
Oh yes, I stayed up all night to read it.
Really?
I get so involved in the book that yes, I have literally stayed up all night on a Friday night doing nothing but just reading.
Wow, it must have been a good book.
I have done that several times.
I think I've done that a couple of times, but I cannot remember the author or what the book was. But I do remember in the past I have stayed up and read a book all night long. So, and then when I have done it, I feel, what's the word I'm thinking about? Satisfied that a book kept me that engaged.
Yes. I think the last one that I read, and it took me all night long, was Brenda Novak's, hers that came out here recently, Bookstore on the Beach.
I haven't read it, but I'll check it out. Behind me. She writes a lot of books too. She writes a lot of books and she writes them quickly. I have a hard time keeping up with her.
She usually does around 3 to 4 a year.
Yeah, and I can't even read 4 or 5 a year, let alone. There's a question about slime. I wouldn't know the answer. Do you make slime with shaving cream or just glue?
Both. They do it with both. They use shaving cream a lot of times, and sometimes they'll just use the glue. But if you put the shaving cream in with the glue, it makes it softer, fluffier texture.
Oh, that's a good secret. That makes sense. That makes sense. And then up here, we have from Tina, how many book signings have you been to? And how many books have you collected? Dare we ask?
I have only been to the 2 book signings of Brenda Novak.
Okay.
I mean, I live in a small inky-dinky town in the boondocks, and
so
you just travel so far to get to anywhere.
Where's your nearest bookstore?
I have to travel about an hour and a half to get to the nearest bookstore.
And that are Barnes and Nobles?
Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
So needless to say, online, here I come.
Yeah, I mean, my closest one is about 45 minutes away, and that's a Barnes and Noble too. So
and here recently, I took an extra bedroom because I have 3 bedrooms. Well, I'm just by myself, unless the kids spend, the weekend with me or whatever.
Right.
And I decided to take one of those extra bedrooms and turn it into a book room.
Oh,
I have wall-to-wall bookcases in there, and only 2 of the bookcases are filled so far, and there's boxes of books and boxes of books on top of books.
Now, when you finish the book, do you donate it, give it away to friends, pass it on, or are you one of those that can't not give books away and you have to keep them even when you've read them?
If it's the authors that I follow, that I have read all their books, like Stephen King, I have all of his books. Brenda Novak, I have all of her books. Debbie Malcolmer, I have all of her books. Dean Koontz, the ones that I follow regularly and read theirs as they come out, I keep their books.
You keep them. Yeah, that makes sense.
The others, I have cousins that live nearby that they do a lot of reading. I donate to them, and in town, not far from me, they have one of those little library things set up on the side of the road.
There you go.
I keep it stocked every week.
Oh, they must love you.
So I've never found one in there I want to read.
But you put plenty in there.
Oh, yeah.
We have a couple of those around here.
Most of the time it's empty. So, if I take a bag of books, they all go in.
Nice. Do your daughters read a lot too?
My oldest daughter, Katie, yes, she does. She spends a lot of time reading. She's a bookworm just like me.
Oh, good. So you can give her some too.
My young granddaughter, Lord, she's been reading since she could talk, I think.
That's excellent. We have a question here. You're getting a lot of questions here, Virgie. Do you request autographed book plates for your books?
On some of them I do, yes.
Yeah. I have them for mine. And yeah, if you have a collection that, you save, reach out to the authors. They'll be happy to do it. That'd be cool. You can get autographed book plates. I wonder if Stephen King would send you some.
Oh, I don't know. I have all his books away since the very beginning. So, and I love his books. When a new one comes out, it's like, oh, well, I can't go the hour and a half to the bookstore. Amazon, here I come.
So you buy most of your books on Amazon?
Yes, and a lot of the older books, there's a cheap website that's called Thrift Books.
I've heard of it. I've never been on it, but I've heard it's really good.
Oh, it's awesome.
And that's where you get. I have to check it out. And then there's another one. I'm not sure if it's still around. It was called Paperback Swap.
Yes.
Are you remember that one?
Yes.
And that's where you actually swap physical books. If you have books that you no longer want, you can put them on the website, correct?
Yes.
And then you will pick a book that you want to read, and then you get points or something like that. I haven't used it in such a long time, but it was
I don't use it a lot because usually my books, like I said, I pass them on to other readers, and through Brenda's book group, Lord, we have 20-some thousand people.
Wow.
Yes, she's awesome.
Wow.
A lot of the girls I am, real close with, because it's like a book buddy that runs every 3 months, and you can pick, you can sign up for the book buddy.
Right.
And through a lot of them, I have remained friends with them after the 3 months, and I'll send a box of books.
A whole box.
And I'll just message her and say, hey, you got a box on your way.
That is so neat. And if you ship a medium mail, it's not that expensive. You ship a medium mail, it's not that expensive.
Oh yes, always medium mail. And I think the most I've ever paid, and it's been a big, huge box, like $12 and something.
Yeah, you go through the post office, medium mail is pretty decent. It is.
Yes.
Versus first class or anything like that. Can you believe it's almost 30 minutes? I told you it goes by really quick.
No, and it is, yeah.
It is, but this is a lot of, I love doing this. How do you like doing these chats? What do you think? Was it what you expected? Do you think it's fun?
Oh, I think it's great.
You love it? And you
I was kind of
readers?
I'm kind of leery in the beginning,
Yeah.
All I had was the iPhone. That's why I messaged you to begin with.
Right.
iPhone would be okay. And I love it.
You love it?
Yes,
oh, good. Because I'm going to continue doing these. I love connecting with the readers and actually seeing your face and your voice. And now when I see you in the group, I'll picture you. I can look at your picture on your profile, but now I see you as an actual person.
Mm-hmm. Well, we get to know so much more about the reader too. We get to interact with.
Yeah. And you guys, you're in my group. You see everyone that's here, you interact with. So these guys here and now see Virgie, not just as a member, but as an actual person in the group. And I just think it brings the group closer together.
It is. It's wonderful.
And I love doing this, and I'm going to keep doing them. I don't have a schedule, to do one, but they will always be on a Monday. I'm going to be in, I can't wait, Nashville, Tennessee in like 2 weeks. So I'll schedule one after when I get back, and I'll put a post in the group. But if I ever come to your part of the neck of the woods, I'll let you know.
It's such so far in the boondocks here. Nobody going to come here.
No one's going to come near you.
No.
Oh, Lord. But because you came on, I did promise you that you're going to get a signed paperback. But I do want to hold them up. I know you have some of them, but so readers can see what books I do have to offer. If you come on the show, like Virgie and like Diane last time, I'm going to give you a signed paperback. You pick which one you want. And one live viewer that's watching the show today is going to get a $5 gift card for Amazon. So you've got, this is the old edition of Record. Hey, just speaking of which, do you like this cover or the new one for Reckless Beginnings? Have you seen the new one yet?
I love the newer one.
Me too. I'm just curious. I had to change it a little bit because they no longer own the book. Ha, ha, ha.
Hey, that's wonderful too.
I love it. I love it. I've been smiling ever since the contract ended, but I had to change it somewhat, and I love what the cover designer did. And I don't have the new copies yet. They've been shipped, I think, tomorrow. So as soon as I get my box in, one's got your name on it, and whatever you pick. But there's this one, Reckless Beginnings, book 2, Better Endings, and then book 3 is The Reunions. Or you can go with the Sabella series. And as you know, it's steamy.
Yes.
And we've got Slater, which is book 1. Eve, which is book 2. And Claire, which is book 3. And you also have a choice of Jill, which is coming out in August. So if you pick Jill, you wouldn't get that one until it goes live. So out of those, which one would you like?
I got to pick Eve.
Eve, book
Because
2?
I just finished Slater, so I've got to go with Eve now.
Okay, so Eve is yours. I'm going to pop one in the mail. What day is it today? I'm losing. Oh, it's Monday. So it should go up by the end of the week. But I do want to confirm with you later on. Message me the address I should use because we had an issue with the reunions. Remember that? So message me. I think I have 2 addresses for you. Just send me a quick message and tell me which address to use that you know there won't be a problem with. And I'll get it out to you this week. Okay?
Okay, wonderful.
All right, Virgie. Well, thank you. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you. And thank all of our followers that tuned in with us tonight. And
keep coming in the group, guys. And Virgie, you were like a pro. You did fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, sweetie, stay on the line. We'll have a little chit chat. And thank you, everyone. I will post in the group when I'm going to be doing another chat with readers. Like I said, it'll be on Monday. And you can pick, I think, like 4 or 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which will be 7 or 8 if you're back east. So there we go, guys. And I will pick a winner for the Amazon gift cards before the end of the night. Thank you, everyone. Bye.